So I'm gonna make this short and sweet, you know what I mean? I had to restart the live, you know what I mean? So I hope this is working. If not, I'll just set it up as a video on here so that people will see what the vibe is that I had going on and thing. I'm still working on coming back, and I will be back with the reactions and stuff, and quite possibly a lot more than the reactions and thing. Thank you all for being so patient with me and all of that. But you know, life, man, life does it to you. You know, understand what I'm saying, thing. But you know, I man still trucking, and I man still on the vibe. You know what I mean, and thing. I hope your Sunday is going good. It is hot here. It is, well, no, it is muggy here. Muggy is the word I'm looking for. It's not really hot. Hot is the island. And when the sun beats down on you, it's just muggy here. It's been in the hundreds here. I don't know how it is where you guys are. You know what I mean? How hot it is where you are. But it's pretty hot here. It is pretty hot. You know, that's where I've got my trusty glass of ice water to take a sip on because the heat is crazy and thing, you know what I mean? Hey, Alison Bennett, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good myself, you know what I mean? Dusan, Nidek, I hope I pronounced that right. 20 degrees over there. When am I going back to Africa? No, I'm the Caribbean is where I'm from, not Africa. And I'm hoping by the end of the year. Keep your fingers crossed for me there. You know what I mean? I'm from a small island in the Caribbean called Grenada. So small you could walk it in a day. You know what I mean? I haven't visited Africa yet. It's on. Okay, I'll call you Ali. Thank you there for that. You know what I mean? I actually had a friend from way back in high school named Allison Grant. Well, that was just one Allison. There was another Allison. I don't know her last name, but I know two Allisons there. Hey Vincent, how you doing, man? How is life treating you? I hope it's not as hot where you are as it is where I am here. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm still working on it. I will be back with more videos. I promise you guys this. You understand what I'm gonna say? I'm telling you what. I am absolutely bored not being able to do that to you because I man just work and I come home. It's cold. Oh, where are you? Where are you for it to be cold? If you don't mind me asking. Because it's been like I wouldn't say a sauna, but it's been muggy. And where I work, oh, Victoria, Australia, oh, nice. And it's that kind of cold there. I wish we could trade a little bit of the cool, man, down under. I actually spoke to a guy who lives here in Huntington, and he owns two coffee shops, one in the downtown area and one in the mall. And he's from Australia, and he's been living here for a while. You know, every time I see him, we talk cricket, especially with the T20 going on. We talk cricket all the time. You know what I mean? Really nice guy, always talking to me when he comes into the store and thing. But yeah, I'm working on it, getting back on the vibe and thing. And you know, so tell me how you all doing, man. How is life treating you all? You know what I mean? You all are my friends and thing. You know what I mean? So I have to check in on my friends every so often and all of that. Okay, there is a different language up here that I don't know. Hi, and I can't pronounce the name, so I do apologize for that. I look out for a cooking video coming soon. I'm gonna cook some what is called, you know, just to fill in the time until I come back with the reactions and all of that. I'm gonna cook what is called a stewed chicken. Hi, how you doing? I want to cook what is called a stewed chicken, man. And you're going to put all kind of spices and thing in it, you know. Thyme, chives, onions, garlic, rosemary, you cloves, you name it. I'm going to put it all in there, and I want to cook it up and thing. You know what I mean? I just have to figure out how to record it properly with my phone only because I can't use my camera now because I don't have anything to edit it with. So you know, that's the vibe. Oh yeah, I cook everything I eat. I don't go to the store or nothing like that. Yeah, my mom taught me how to cook when I was 8 years old. Funny story. We used to have a maid. And when I was around 8 years old, my mom, she fired the maid. And I was like, me firing the maid? I was just about to get, comfortable and put my foot up and live the good life. They say. And my mom told the maid she's no longer needed. And I became the maid. I was doing the cooking, the cleaning, the painting, the sewing, everything, which I'm grateful for because now I cook everything I eat because I don't really trust restaurants much. So, I buy organic food and cook it myself. So I guess my mom knew what she was doing. She always said that my dad used to say cooking is woman's work and he used to laugh at me, but my mom said cooking is survival and she ain't wrong because moving from one culture to the next, I, I'm not good at eating the food where I will live here because here they eat meat and potatoes a lot. Uh, and they salt everything done after they cook it. You know what I mean? No, I can't live with that. There, you understand what I mean? So, even when I was married, I did all the cooking myself and thing. Yeah, yeah. I throw on some reggae music and dance around the kitchen, and cook up my food and thing. Okay. Bye, Allison. Hope you have a good Sunday. I'm gonna stay safe. I'm gonna stay cool. You understand what I'm saying? That's the vibe and thing. I'm not gonna stay on here too long. I just wanted to get on here real quick, touch bases with you all and just talk a little bit. Church bells going off in the distance. Right around here, there's four different churches. One, two, three, four, five actually different churches here. There's a lot of churches where I live here. Very religious place. Very religious place. I think one is a Methodist, the Catholic is that way, and the other two is a Southern Baptist. But yeah, coming up soon, like I said, everything here is like culture and history. You know what I mean? The more we get to know each other, the better the world is going to be. You understand what I mean? It's all love, and I guess it's the Rasta man in me or something like that. You know what I mean? I know I'm bald. I ain't got my dreadlocks anymore, but the ideology is still ingrained in my head and thing. You know what I mean? So such is life. I'm gonna have to do some more videos on Australia. I didn't realize there were Australians watching what I do here. You know what I mean? That's a place I would love to actually learn more about. I'd love to go to some cricket matches once I get there. You know what I'm saying? As you could tell, I'm a big cricket fan. For those who are not versed on the whole cricket thing and they're not Australian or even Canadian to a certain extent, they play some cricket there because of the influx of people from the Caribbean there. But it's a fun sport. So you all should check it out if you all haven't already. But I'm just on here for just a little bit, like I said, and I will post this video on there on the channel so that who wasn't on here could see what's going on with me. Touching bases. Apparently with YouTube too, which I just found out after I started to do the lives and stuff. I agree. Hey, Austria, Romania, Transylvania. Hey guys, how you all doing? You know what I mean? Pretty cool that you're all up here and thing. Tell me, is it? I asked this question to the other people in here, and Australia said it's kind of cold. How is it there? Is it hot or cold where you are? I know mountains are different from the flat areas, but it's really humid here, and we live in what is called a riverbed. There's a river 2 blocks that way. You know what I mean? And it's humid. It's humid. Oh boy. No, here's a question I want to ask myself. On the island, I'm from Grenada, as you all know. There was an earthquake there yesterday. Everybody's fine, you know what I mean? I have to message my brother to see how he fared through it. But there was an earthquake there. And the whole island shake. All the small islands around the St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica, Grenada all shook. And our earthquakes are usually underwater earthquakes. There's a dormant earthquake, a dormant volcano, where it's That means you're probably a little temperate. Yeah, I don't know the translation to Celsius, but it seems like it's not too hot or not too cold there from the translations that I've seen. 14. Whoa. That sounds kind of a cold there to me. That's a low number. I don't know how it works and thing. But I hope you're staying safe. Drinking a lot of ice water, trying to stay cool and thing. I'm not big on air conditioners. Air conditioners freeze me up. So I have this big fan that I use, to keep me a little bit cool. It works pretty good, but sooner or later, if this heat continues and it's only June, July and August is coming up, and those are supposed to be the hottest month. Uh, ooh, no, whoa, that's cool. No, 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 no. See, I am not a Vincent. I hope you're staying warm there. I'm not cold weather type of person at all. And I lived in New York for a year, and it was colder there than it is here. But in New York, there was so much to do. You weren't paying attention to the cold. Whoa, that's up there. Cosmin, am I saying that name right? But thank you for joining, by the way. Uh, I'm not a big fan of the air condition. And you get on the buses here, and they have it like freezing on the bus, and then you go to work and they have it freezing at work. And the thing about it is, I'm freezing, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, it is so hot," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? It is bloody freezing in this place." You know what I mean? Oh, you're near the Alps. Oh, that's a bucket list place there. I know it's pretty in the Alps. It's gorgeous in the Alps. That's one of them mountain ranges I'd like to see before I get too old to see it. Victoria is very cold in the winter. I've never correlated coal and Australia in the same sentence, and I don't know why. Is that subtropical there in certain areas? Not quite tropical, but subtropical. Because where I'm from, it's usually 82 degrees year round. But now with the little bit of climate changing going on, I think it's a little bit hotter there. Oh wow. Wow. In 30 years it's going to be more like a desert in the south part of Romania. It's going that quick, huh? Everywhere is hotter, man. I know it's even hotter in Texas or the States and stuff. But the other day it was snowing. Like there was all kinds of snow in Wisconsin. And then it's pretty much the middle of summer, but it was snowing there. And a couple of months ago, it snowed in Mexico, like where it usually doesn't snow. The weather is really strange here. I mean, it's got to be climate change. Whether I believe it or not, something is going on. Whether it's natural or man-made, something is going on. And I know that it's hotter here in West Virginia where I am than it's been in past years. It definitely is. I've never remembered it being this hot because I didn't have to use air conditioner as much as I have now. Same thing here. Same thing here, Cosmin. One of us moved here to West Virginia. We had blizzards and stuff here. I remember, 15 inches of snow on the ground. We haven't had that type of snow in a long time. I haven't seen like a white Christmas that everybody wants to see here. We haven't had one in decades. As a matter of fact, this Christmas was like sunshine, which was kind of crazy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, the storms are getting worse. Luckily, on the island where we're here, the storms are really bad here. and in Florida and places like that. But on the islands, we're not getting that for much bad storms. We had rain here last week. It just came out of nowhere. There wasn't any rain in the forecast, and a big storm came through. It never rains. Wow. Well, is that sort of normal there, or did it rain a lot before and now it's not raining as much? I know there was a slight drought on the island back home, and there was a storm that went through last week, and everybody was so happy that it rained there because it didn't rain for a long time there. Isn't don't they have somewhere? I noticed that where was it in one of those Arabian countries? They did something to the rain clouds, and then everything flooded. And this was like a month ago, 2 months ago, where they put some kind of chemical in the rain clouds, and it rained and so bad there that it went crazy. Hey Tyler, welcome man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Tyler Fire. You're doing a lot of traveling there, Austria, and you're going to Romania. Uh, do you fly there, or do you use a train or something? Is it how close is it? Somebody just joined there. Welcome. I cannot pronounce your name. It's in a different language there. Oh, okay. In Croatia. I heard something about Croatia, or somebody was talking about Croatia. Actually, which is funny that you said your father was born in Croatia. I was actually talking to a coworker who told me that they had a Croatian exchange student here in West Virginia with them, and he was about 7 feet tall. I don't know if he was here to play basketball or not, but it's high school, and she said she didn't speak to him much, and I was like, why? Why wouldn't you want to learn about this culture and ask him questions and stuff like that? But she said, yeah, there was a Croatian exchange student here, and I think there's a lot of people from that region coming in here as high school exchange students. A lot of them in college here. I know there's two at the university here, but they was from Serbia and Montenegro. Uh, oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's like if you drive, that's like driving from here to New York, from where I am. I bet the drive is scenic though. I bet it's really scenic. The drive from here to New York is kind of scenic. Transylvania, that's another thing. For the longest while, I thought Transylvania was a different country. For the longest while, I did. You know what I mean? I don't know why I thought that, but we mentioned Transylvania a lot on the island, but we never mention it in correlation to it being part of a bigger country for some reason. Hey, from Russia, how you all doing there? How is the heat treating you? I don't know if it's cold, hot there or cold there. How is the weather treating you all there? Oh, driving through 4 different countries. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That's like driving through 4 different cultures. See, that's what I like. That's what I want. I had a professor. Well, he was actually a friend. I never took his class, and he took a year off and just traveled through Europe on a bicycle from country to country. I'm too old to do that now. That would be something I would have done when I was like 20 something years old. I'll probably do it with a car when I do it. I don't have any desire to do that in America. I've traveled quite a bit in America. I've lived in Nashville, Tennessee. I've lived in Wolf Creek, Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, Williamsburg, Kentucky, New York, Brooklyn, New York, uh, and Detroit, Michigan is where I've lived. The region, okay, surrounded by the Carpathian Mountains. And Moldova, yeah. I've heard of Moldova a lot. The other two that you mentioned there, I'll have to look them up to learn more about them. Arthenia and Maramuris. Maramuris, I guess that's how it's pronounced. I'm pronouncing it the English phonetic way. No, no, no. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from the islands. I'm an island boy. I'm from an island called Grenada. So small you could walk it in a day. Oh, nice, nice. I've done some videos, real reactions on his castle. You know, very interesting, very interesting. Uh, and that's another funny thing too. I did not correlate Dracula with Transylvania for the longest neither. I was more into like the cultural part of Transylvania and how it was formed and stuff. But you know, it's only lately I realized how much it's correlated. Well, people still fear the vampire. That's funny. You know, you see, this is how we could find similarities. On the island, we have something sort of like a vampire. It's called a ligaroo, and they come out in the night. From my country, each island have a different cultural perspective of it. On my island, is this old man that you could see during the day, and he's got red eyes because he's up all night. But at night, he would turn into a ball of fire and goes into people's window and sucks their blood. He doesn't kill them, but he sucks their blood. And they wake up in the morning with a big red mark on their neck and stuff like that. So imagine when I first came to America and I saw what Americans call hickeys. I was like, man, there's a lot of ligaroos up here. But it's kind of the same thing. And yes, older people still fear it. Uh, I'm considered older people on my island now, and I know it's just a story that was told. Yep, Ligaroo. That's exactly on this. The ending is two O's. Ligaroo. Oh wow! I could imagine. I could imagine. I have encountered certain things that were not of life. Well, we have our form of voodoo on the island. It's called obia. And I've seen some strange stuff. I've seen people jump out of buildings, land flat on their face, get up and start walking away. Yeah, you're asking if you have voodoo? Yeah, but we call it, on my island, we call it obia. Obeah. It's pretty much the same thing. The voodoo is a more radical section of it, you know. With the obia we have on the island is just little petty things like if you love a girl, you could go to the obia man and he'd work some spell and she'd fall in love with you. You know what I mean? And I had an uncle that was a priestess in the obia religion. You know what I mean? And there's some things. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the Slavic magic stuff too, you know. All that stuff we have, isn't it funny how all over the world we have all this stuff in common that we've had in our history and stuff, and the folk tales and the magic and stuff like that. But I used to go to voodoo meetings or obia meetings at night. They'd be beating drums and singing. Some of them sacrifice goats, some of them sacrifice chickens, and they still do. They still do. Believe it or not, where I am, nice is a bad thing. Nice guys don't get the girls here. Wow, we have witches that pay taxes. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And the spelling of that there, Baciu. In our culture, there's a okay, little people, short people, like if they're 3 feet tall, we call them Baku. So you just take the I out, and you have BACU, and they are part of the well, the actual real people, but they're supposedly part of the Obia vibe and thing there. But they pay taxes, so it's a serious thing. The haunted forest. So is it haunted because of battles that were there, or because there's like beliefs that there's spirits that live in that forest, or something like that? Alexandre. He said, "You're bald and you're a nice guy." Sorry to tell you, but if you're a nice guy, no, no, I'm not exactly the type of nice guy that they're talking about. But if a girl tells you you're a nice guy, they have what you call the friend zone. I don't know if they have it the way you are. They put you in the friend zone while they go date the bad boys. They like bad boys up here. You know, those that gets into fights and rah rah rah. You know what I mean? Those are those ruffians. They like those gangster boys and thing. You know, nice guys don't. Nah, they don't fare too well up here. Hey, Mark. Man, I bet you are roasting in Arizona. I'm in West Virginia and it's kind of muggy here. I bet you are roasting in Arizona. Alex, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I'm glad you catch me live too. Hope everything is doing really well where you are. You know what I mean? I've never been to Arizona. It's one of the states when I graduated from university, I almost thought about going to teach there, but I was told, do not be a teacher. Ukasin, hi, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Oh, that's about how it is here right now in West Virginia, but it is muggy. I'm assuming that in Arizona you guys have that dry heat. Here it's just stifling. And I'm used to hot. I'm from the islands, but I step out there and I'm like, it takes your breath away, man. It takes your breath away. Right now there's a nice little breeze. I have my window open and there's a nice little breeze coming in. I have seen pictures of those twisted trees and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of a scary looking forest there. I've seen pictures of it. I still want to walk through it though. Have you walked through it there, Cosmin? Have you ventured out there, go see what's in there? Oh, it's excruciating heat there, huh, Alex? Everybody's hitting that heat up, you know what I mean? Yep, that name is pretty hard to pronounce. I'm hoping it rains here, man. I like it when it rains here. You know what I mean? I was saying earlier that out of the blue, I think it was like Wednesday, it just started raining. And I was like, hey, I'll walk at the grocery store and I'll go outside to get the carts. And I was like, I'm gonna go outside and look and get the carts because it looks like it's gonna rain. And everybody's like, you're crazy, you're crazy. I went, I got the carts that came in, torrential downpour. But it cooled things down a bit. Well, not where I work because they just laid asphalt, so it didn't help that none. But when I walk away from there, it was. Oh, you don't want to go back in there anymore. Is that creepy, huh? No, you said there was UFOs there. No, you got me wanting to go. I'm like that though. I'd go there just to check it out. 20 miles from your village. Have you ever known anybody to go in there and get lost and never come back? Who's no at night? No, I know there's teenagers who drink and go in there anyway just to see what would happen. I know there's people that just want to go in there, and they have all these ghost hunters and stuff that go. And I know there's some people. I'm gonna have to look that up to see, but that would be an interesting trek. Whoa, 110 degrees. Oh, that's some heat right there. It doesn't even get that hot on the island, and we close to the equator. On the island there, it only gets to like 82 degrees year round. It sort of maintains around that. Although one time my sister-in-law who lives on the island, I heard her complain about humidity once, and I was like, "Well, I didn't know anything about humidity until I came to America, really." I was living, as a matter of fact, when I came to live here in West Virginia, was when I figured out about humidity. Yeah, I like some horror bags, you know what I mean, but I'd go there. Caves, I'm not going to do. At 7 feet tall, no, 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 no. I don't like small spaces. Hey, Vincent, did you play any cricket when you was younger? Not yet. No, I haven't traveled to Europe yet. I do have family in London. That's where a lot of people from the Caribbean go. They still go there. There was a big migration and to England. I think it was back in the 50s and the 60s, and I think they were called the Windrush, and they went to London. So I have a lot of family in Brixton. A lot of families I never even met. They left the island before I was born. I was born in '62, so they left in the '50s on these ships. I think at the time England was having a labor shortage, so they had all these people come over from the islands to go there. Oh, nice, nice. I haven't played cricket in so long. I haven't played cricket in so long. America just started playing cricket, and I think they went to the Super Eight. You know, and the funny part about it is nobody talked about cricket. I have a TikTok account. Nobody talked about cricket, but as soon as they went, everybody became a cricket expert. But if you look at the team, it's guys from India and Pakistan, and a couple of them that played cricket in the West Indies and stuff like that. But I used to love playing cricket, especially with the tennis ball on the beach. Most definitely. And I always wanted to go to London, but the more thought about going to Europe now, I am more interested in going to Romania and Serbia and those countries around there because not many people know much about them except for, except for what is being told by the media here about those places. I want to go see for myself. And everybody's been so nice and friendly from there with me, you know what I mean? Love it on the beach too. Oh my goodness. Love me some cricket on the beach. I think they're trying to start a cricket beach league back home now. Yeah, shoot, I'm looking forward to that, Alex. You know, especially the food that I've seen that you guys have over there, and the drinks. And I'm not much of a drinker, but I'll give it a taste. A hailstorm, just like that, huh? The weather is just acting crazy lately. Crazy. Hey guys, welcome. 46816 and YouTuber one. That looks familiar. I think I've spoken to you before. YouTube account one. Wow. I've never been, let me see. I think I've been in a hailstorm once. Freaked me out. You have a great day too, you YouTuber account one. You have a great day too. And it freaked me out. I think it was like the second week I was in America. We had a hailstorm, and I'm in there and I hear things hitting the roof and stuff around me. And I was like, what is that? And I look out and I was like, okay, I'm staying inside. Oh, yeah, I have a big appetite. You know what I mean? I'll try everything. I'll try everything because I know in Romania, a lot of the food is kind of a natural food. I actually had a friend of mine, well, a co-worker of mine, who just came back from the Czech Republic, and I think he's in the military, and they had some kind of he just loved it over there. You know, he said the food was great. He said the drinks were great. He said he had a good time. I've reacted to some of the food in Romania, and I'm telling you, man, especially when you go into the rural areas and Granny cook up for you. That's the best food, man. When Granny get in that kitchen and whip up some stuff. Whew. I wasn't raised around my grandparents, but my mom, oh yeah, she could cook. That's what he said. He said he drank so much beer he didn't know what to do with himself. I bet the beer tastes good too. Here's yeah. I'm like I said, I'm not much of a drinker, but you know, as hot as it was, I found myself sipping a beer or two. You know what I mean? My favorite meal to eat is what we call an oil dung on the island, and I make it here sometimes on my own, and it's just a bunch of roots and green bananas. We call bananas figs on the island, and you bubble it down in some coconut milk with a leaf called callaloo, which is kind of like spinach, but it's not spinach. And then you put it all in a pot and you bubble it down nice with pepper. And you can put any kind of meat you want. Some people put pig's tail. I don't eat that. Some people put chicken. Some people put pork, beef. You can put any kind of meat in it that you want. That is my favorite meal right there. Of course, we could go like the other day. I made some called rice and peas and stuff like that. We eat a lot of. Whoa, excuse me. We eat a lot of rice and peas on the island, but definitely an oil dung, and that's our national dish too. Also, there's something that now it's called oil dung, or we could put beef in it. But what was it I was about to say? Now, yeah, I'm intrigued by that type of food too. You know, I've never actually heard much about it. I'm gonna have to look it up. You know what I mean? Do they eat like a lot of what we would call on the island wild meats, like stuff that they go out and shoot and cook and stuff like that, or we call it wild meat? I bet they use a lot of seasonings and stuff too, because a lot of those like original people do. Oh man, life on an island, laid back. That's what it is. Laid back, especially where I'm from. Where I'm from, the police don't even have guns. I didn't see policemen with guns until I came to America. The police don't have guns. My island where I'm from, the crime rate is like really low. There's like 110,000 people on the island, and we have like one or two murders a year. Some years we don't have any. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fisticuffs going on. People will fight you, and some people use machetes, what we call cutlasses there. But that's really rare. We also have a lot of carnivals and festivals and regattas and boat races, and oh, we got all kinds of stuff going on the island, and that's one reason why I'm doing my best to get back there, because there's so much to do. Like where I am here, there's not a whole lot to do. You know what I mean? New York, on the other hand, had a lot to do. Nashville had a lot to do. I live in a really small town. Oh yeah, the vibe is like one big family for sure, for sure. Oh, that's kind of sad. You know what I mean? That the crime rate in Australia is pretty bad. But it is like one big family, and it still is. Like, young people take care of the old people, especially the old people who don't have family. Like, I remember as a kid, if we're going to go to the store for our mom, there was an old lady up the hill we'd call Miss Chase. We'd go, hey, Miss Chase, do you need anything from the store? Mommy just send me to the store, and we'd go do it. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's like what we have. Well, it's considered the third world, and if we don't treat each other like a big family, we won't survive. We will not survive if we don't help each other and take care of each other. While growing up, my mom always had somebody living in the house that was down on their luck, and she's helped them out until they get back on their feet. So that's how it still is there. I speak to my brother all the time. He never moved. He lives on the island. He's trying to get me to come back home. He told me that I was speaking to him the other day, and he said he's been to New York and Michigan and places like that. And he said, I am too nice to live there. And I tell people that he's a lot nicer than I am. I don't know. Some people at work, they say, no, that can't be. That can't be. But people are like really nice. They're like, if you was to visit the island and you just go and visit, people would say, come on over and eat. They'll cook you food just like Romania. Just like Romania. Come on in, eat some food, or they'll feed you. They always have like outdoor. They have outdoor cook-ups and thing, where people are in the backyard with the coal pot and they're cooking up food, and everybody would come over. There's sugarcane rum flowing and other stuff flowing. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of fun. There is I got invited to something here that I've been to before a long time ago, and it's called a farm party, and it's somewhere out in the countryside here, and it's just a bunch of like hippie type people eating food and drinking and partying and stuff out there, and that wasn't for me. Yeah, no, I should have muted that before. I bet in some parts of Australia it's like that though, especially in the small beach areas or something like that. Ricky Ross, the real one. Ali, welcome to the chat. I hear it all the time, man. And my joke is like, my phone is always telling me I have male. It's never telling me I have females. It goes off all the time at work. You know what I mean? It's my notification thing that I use. I'm gonna have to change it because it's kind of annoying sometimes. Oh wow. Why is that? I mean, I like here. Actually, here it is it is kind of crazy here. Yesterday, I went to the store and I ran into a friend of mine that I went to university with, and I saw her. She's homeless, living on the bridge down here, She's been shot, uh, and she was strung out on drugs. I mean, she was just gone. And she was like sort of an activist there for a minute. And yeah, it doesn't really affect me because I kind of stay to myself and I stay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I, that's kind of cool that people are like that, mainly in the mountains. In the mountains here, it's kind of in West Virginia here. I don't go to the mountains here. I'm be honest with you. Okay, I was married to a woman from Kentucky, and she's from the mountains here. And it wasn't anything like a family type vibe. The family actually stick together. Uh, no, I'll be honest with you. I didn't go out much there. I didn't feel very comfortable there. Hey, Peter from Serbia, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the chatted thing. You know what I mean? Welcome to the live. Uh, I don't like staying to myself. That's another reason why I want to go back home so I could have that togetherness and thing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like I come home, like I have 3 days off, and I'm in my apartment. My phone doesn't ring. Well, with the exception of my buddy Scott. He's from Virginia. Oh, that's another state I've been to. But anyway, he's from Virginia. And one of the reasons why I hang out with him is because he's a lot like an islander. You know what I mean? We talk all the time. He checks up on me. I check up on him. Like how family. He's more like family than like a friend. But he was going to school. He was working here at the university, but he went back to Virginia. And once he left, that was it. I don't hang out much and thing. No, I know a lot of people here, and there's a lot of cool people here and stuff like that. But they're all married with kids and stuff, and they're doing their own thing. So, and I'm single, so I pretty much stay to myself. Like yesterday, I went to the store. That's it. That's all I did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? The thing about when areas are bad, though, if now the Appalachian part of West Virginia, yeah, it's beautiful. They have a part here called the New River Gorge Bridge, and it's beautiful up there. It's beautiful, especially in the fall when the leaves change. And every year they have a bridge day where people go bungee jump off this bridge, and it's like a massive drop, or they parachute off this bridge. So yeah, West Virginia is beautiful when you get to the outskirts of it, where all the green and the mountains and stuff are. The cities, a lot of it, like this city is like a really old city, and you could walk down here and there's empty buildings here and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. People come from all over the world to go there for that. They also have a place up here. Oh man, a ski resort. What is that? That's one place that I want to go before I leave. Man, I forgot what its name, but that's really beautiful there too. Now, I live in a little city. It's pretty much a little concrete jungle. But if you go this way, there's a place called Barbersville out there, and it's more greenery here. There's a place I'm going to do a live, and I'm going to take you all here. It's about take you all with me there. It's back that way. It's called Ritter Park, and it's beautiful there. There's a rose garden there. There's a stream running through the city there. So there's a riverfront down here also. Now, when I first came to West Virginia, people used to swim in the river and stuff like that. But because of all the industry here, you can eat the fish from the river, and nobody swims in it anymore. Hi, DJ from Poland. Hey, thank you for the sub, man. Thanks for joining the live too. Hope you're having a great Sunday. And thank you all for, y'all are keeping me company today. Like I said, y'all are the only people I've spoken to since Friday when I left work. Well, with the exception of my friend that I run into. And that was just kind of crazy there, you know. I thought she left, you know, and then I saw her, and I think she's on. I don't know if that's an issue where you guys are, but it's meth. Oh, that stuff is bad. That stuff is bad. And how I know what she's on is because she was like gritting her teeth like that when she's speaking, and it's kind of sad. Kind of sad, you know. It's kind of a prevalent here. And the crime is not as bad as other places, though. There's not a whole lot of murders here, and when you really think about what's going on, and there's a lot of car accidents here, though. That's for sure. That's for sure. Oh wow, it's everywhere. And I don't think it's on the island because we can afford it. They're really strict about that there, which is kind of a surprising to me because the island is so close to like South America, and it's surprising that the drugs don't come through there and come up here to the other parts of the world. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that we have a handle on that down there. But I think the main thing people do is smoke a lot of marijuana. There's a lot of that on the island. There's a lot of that on the island. When I was there, I had my own tree in my backyard. I don't do that here though. I don't know what they put in that stuff here, man. I don't trust it. Of course, with the Rastafarian ideology that I have, it's got to be natural, and it ain't natural here, so I kind of stay away from it. How is Poland this morning? Is it nice and warm there? Now, speaking of Australia, I've always been interested in Sydney for some reason, and I don't know why. Maybe because that's the one city that we spoke of a lot when I was growing up. But after New York, I knew I wasn't wanting to live in a big city. This is a nice small city. I could just walk it from end to end. So, but no, I don't think I'll ever live in a big city again. I visit New York, but I wouldn't live there again. That's just too many people, man. That's just way too many people. I can't handle that. Now, on the island, the only time you have a lot of people is during the carnival season where there's steel drums in the street and everybody's dancing. And, there's this back to back people, man. It's packed in there. You could barely move. You just stand there and the crowd takes you where it goes. You know what I mean? But it's so much fun because everybody's just having fun and dancing and, having fun. Now, the island next to mine is called Trinidad. Now, they have the best carnival, the best festival in the world. It's kind of like the Rio de Janeiro in Brazil carnival, only they have calypso music and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to go cook some food. You know what I mean? Starting to get hungry and thing. Thank you guys for joining me with the live. I'm going to be back with some reactions. Look out for that cooking video that I promised that I'm going to put up there. Look out for that. I'm going to go ahead and end this live, let you guys get back to your Sunday, to your family and stuff like that. And safe trip back to Romania, my brother. You know, uh, safe trip back there. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do a live every Sunday around this time. You know what I mean? Just so that we could talk and catch up and ting. You know what I mean? And vibe up. And maybe I might have stories about the craziness that happened at work because where I work, there's a lot of craziness that happened there. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. You know what I mean? Thank you all for joining me, and I want to see you all soon with more recordings and take, man. It's coming up. It's coming up. So you all take care, all right? Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Because when you take care of yourself, you'll be taking care of others in the same way. Cool runnings, y'all. Thanks for dropping by.